With just 2 weeks to Uganda's general elections, a serious national debate has emerged over voter rights, constitutional freedoms, and the role of security forces in the electoral process. The discussion has sparked widespread public concern, setting the stage for a confrontation between constitutional interpretation and security enforcement. The debate was first triggered by public policy specialist Simon Opoka, who warned that recent security rhetoric could undermine citizens' constitutional rights and escalate political tension. He cautioned that elections must be protected by law, not fear.
The UPDF have no business addressing the political matters of Uganda. Unless you're telling me your father, President Yoweri Museveni, has failed to govern Uganda, so you soldiers have had a smart coup and you've taken over. You know, such simple statements can follow you to the ICC. When finally, like many careless talkers in '94, said what they said in Rwanda and there was genocide. You know, radio station producers are on the run. So desist from very cheap, derogatory statements that can incite violence, because Article 3 mandates every Ugandan to defend the Constitution by any means. And it goes ahead that any crime committed in the defense of Uganda shall be a nullity. And when governments change, all those who would be sentenced for such crimes for defending the Constitution will be forgiven. So Ugandans would rather die defending the Constitution than to be a slave of a family rule. Does he want us to get that deep? So I think CDF should wisen up. I'm a public policy specialist. In public policy, we give options to leaders. We don't advise leaders. Leaders advise themselves. But I don't think the CDF is so lowly educated that can misuse information. The right thing is, after voting, be in groups and take turns to watch your votes. Stay 20 meters away from the polling station.
Opoka's remarks quickly ignited public discourse, particularly around the right of citizens to protect their vote and constitutional limits of military involvement in politics. Uganda's constitution provides clear guidance on these matters. Article 38 guarantees every Ugandan the right to vote and participate in governance. Article 46 protects the right of citizens to influence government policies through lawful means. And Article 3 places the duty on all Ugandans to defend the constitution and constitutional order. Legal experts argue that while security agencies are mandated to maintain law and order, constitutional rights remain supreme, especially during elections. Days later, the 4th Infantry Division Commander, Major General Felix Busisori, responded with a firm security position to Gulu City people, warning voters against lingering at polling stations after casting their ballots. He also addressed emerging security threats linked to former combatants and inflated social media statements that they made that they would attack the government or rebel against the government. That is coming in straight from the former LRA rebels.
So I'm appealing to you, just cast your vote, go back home, wait for the results. They announce whoever they will have won, that's the one. But don't accept to be used, because you will suffer, you will get arrested. Some of others may be shot.
The general maintained that security issues must never be politicized, emphasizing that any threats of violence or armed rebellion would be treated as acts of treason. His remarks have since intensified debate over where security authority ends and constitutional freedoms begin.
Fortunate it is for anybody to sound drums of war. All of us have suffered because of that war, and really we are not ready to go back to war. Sometimes security issues should not be taken as political issues. They are completely different. So when you are making statements, always be careful on the statement that you make.
As Uganda approaches a critical election, the tension between peaceful security management and citizens' constitutional rights remains unresolved. With memories of post-conflict still fresh, the nation now faces a defining moment, one that will test its commitment to peace, democracy, and the rule of law.
An investigation has already been launched. Because what they said they still have guns. So we want those guns from you. Once we arrest you, don't start saying you are given amnesty. No. Because it has been made public that you still have the guns, that you can go back and fight. So before you go back to make people suffer, must deal with you. There is nobody here who is at liberty to wake up and start threatening government. That you still have guns in the bush. You are going to pick and fight with the suffering of the people they have undergone through, and you think we are going to leave you at liberty? No way.
One thing certain from the speech of the general is the former LRA combatant might be heading for treason case. Thank you.
This is treason. So we are going to deal with you decisively. So those who did it, please, you need to bring yourselves to police headquarters. Because everyone has it attracted everyone's attention. I've been getting several phone calls. So not only the treasonable case, but it also puts you in danger.